records. So I'm just giving you a rundown of all the things that MWR has been able to do for me. So
including home ownership.
Yes.
And Shayna, she ain't gonna put it out there. How much per day you make now?
$400
a day. She makes $400 a day.
Wow.
Right, so you start adding up. That's one of our ways that we get paid every day at her account. $400 hits her account every day. That's $12,000 a month on the minimum side, right? And it goes now all the way up to $80,000. The next young man I want to bring up actually fired his boss. Done, over, finito, never working again, right? One of the most highly respected leaders in the organization, very, very eloquent, went from teaching our children about life principles to now he's going to show the world how he actually retired 30 years early, right? He's approaching the upper echelon of our compensation plan very, very quickly. He's been in this game a long time. Give it up for Sean T. Hill.
Well, I'm going to be brief as I can be. First and foremost, isn't Brian doing an amazing job?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He shared it with me, similar to that, June the 9th, 2020, and shared some strategies with me. And, you know, my credit was so bad they wouldn't even take my cash. Within 90 days, my credit went up 90 points. Uploaded the bills like they told me to do. I got $800 on my internet bill. But the most important thing he taught me was how to fire the people. I mean, I love teaching. I just hate education because education doesn't allow you to teach. And so he showed me some simple things. He said, invite them to see it. Don't sell it to them. Just show them what we do. Educate on how we're helping people shift. And I did just that. And in 86 days, I was at a Labor Day party, and I realized that what I was being deposited from the school system was exactly what I was being deposited from this business. And I mean, honestly, to be in a position where now it's been over a year, I retired February the 3rd, 2021, been unemployed, unemployable, mentally unfit to work for other people. Literally took a year off. People saw me around, but I had to catch up on life. And to be able to walk into a position where, honestly, I won't even be able to recognize our bank accounts within the next 6 months.
I'm telling you.
It's very hard to sleep. So I said I was going to brief you. I'm going to hold true to that. I'm going to get it right back to you.
All right, give it up for him. All right, Sean T. Y'all give it up for Sean T. Hill. All right. I'm gonna show you somebody real quick that this is the reason I want to bring him up real quick is he's the epitome of full-time job, part-time basis, part-time business makes more than full-time job. He's like the epitome of that. All right, this gentleman I've known for over 30 years. We actually were in first grade together. So I want y'all to help me. We're up to the front of the room. Our #1 regional producer at the regional level. We got 5 stars of regional. He's a 1-star regional. Give it up for Mr. Chuck Harden. Good job, man. Talk about this thing, man. Part-time, are you kidding me?
But I love to always tell people, this can be additional income. You know, if you love what you do, if you have a passion for what you do what you do. But when you love to do what you do and not have to do it.
That's right.
When you love to be able to show up and not have to be there. You come in with a different attitude.
Absolutely.
You come in with a different swag. People say you late, like, who you talking to? Oh, I thought you was talking to me. Today would be the day. Right? But we can do that and we can still get the chance to help people. So it's a part-time business. You work on a part-time basis, but can pay you full-time income. You just got to follow the system. And he the man that came up with the system.
The system is in place. Now, see, I like EDM because we're so humble. Chuck, how much you making per day?
We make $200 a day.
$200 a day. So he's at $6,000 a month minimum, right? He's on his way to $240 and $280 and all of that. We all just got started. So when I say just got started, this compensation plan that we're showing you, it begins today.
Today?
I wanted to do all the ladies first, but I got to save this young lady for last because she's actually the first young lady in the entire company. She actually designed the $1 Million Residual Ring for the young ladies because she was the first to do it. She's the first to hit the highest tier in the compensation plan, which at the time was known as regional. She's the fastest to do it. She's the first to do it, and the company recognizes her as the first lady of the entire company. Y'all give it up for Miss Christy Howard. Careful, no rush, no rush, no rush. All right, cash flow. All right, she just blinged all the way around, you know. When you make the ring and you got to wear it. What has happened to you since joining MWR? How's your makeover been?
Guys, before MWR, I was bartending at the world's largest airport, which is right here in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson. I was getting up at 4 o'clock every single morning to be at work at 5:45 to sling Bloody Marys for people that were going on business trips. I would pray every day that I would make at least $150 to $200 a day to be able to cover my bills. After getting the MwrFinancial, guys, I hit up to $300 a day in this company. So I went from hoping that I would make it working 2 to 3 days a week to a guaranteed residual income every single day. But guess what, Brian? You know what hit me? I had an epiphany, right? We had our transformation event last weekend for the company. And I was able to sit there with my 18-year-old son who was in this business, right? And I asked him, I said, you know what? I said, I understand that he doesn't want to go to college, right? He wants to be an entrepreneur and make his own money off the top. I said, where do you see yourself? I showed him our compensation plan. I said, where do you see yourself by the end of this year? He said, I want to be at $280 a day. Can you imagine if we're giving our kids a head start? He's 18 years old. He has a 764 credit score and is already making close to $2,400 a month at 18 years old.
Correct.
See, we're not just talking about getting in something and getting the money for us. It's about our generation. It's about really positioning our kids to give them a head start. And that is what this company is all about. Yes, we're going to make a lot of money, but at the same time, we're going to change the lives of so many people to where these 18-year-olds, they don't even need a makeover. We're going to have to come up with something else for them. But it's a financial start for them.
That's right.
But I want you to think about if you could turn back the hands of time and go back to 18, 19, knowing what we know right now, how different would each of our lives be?
Yes.
How different would it be if you were 18 years old making $2,400 a month and you haven't even graduated from high school? So I am super excited. Brian Bean right here, nobody is saying this yet, but guys, he can be kind of humble, right? Brian is the #1 income earner in the entire company. Where do you go and partner up with people that are willing to lay out the blueprint and tell you exactly what they did to achieve the type of success that he's making? Brian is about to be making $1,500 a day.
That's right.
Well, do the math on that. That's $45,000 a month.
Absolutely. In less than 2 years.
In less than the 3 years that we've been over here.
Yeah.
Even if you got that half wrong. What's half of 45,000? Like what?
I'll take it.
22.
Fail that test by half. Matter of fact, fail that test by 75%. If you're making 25% of $45,000 a month, you still are doing extremely well.
That's right.
And a lot of people are doing this in addition to what they are already doing. This isn't one of those companies where we're, trying to get you into something. We're trying to get you out of something.
That's right.
Does that make sense? So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Good job. Y'all get up for Cash Flow Christy.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Good evening.
How are you? My
Good
name
evening,
is
good
Eric
evening.
Bridgeway. I'm a proud member of the Extradigitmovement. And I want you guys to go ahead and give it up for those testimonials. Weren't they just amazing? If this is your
Yes.
first time here, drop some ones in the comment section. Ones in the comment section. Matter of fact, drop your location for me. We have the absolute pleasure of introducing the newly opened location in Reaford, North Carolina for Marcus Rouse. All right, see Demetrius and from Fayetteville checking in. Hope Mills, Mandy Archery from Hope Mills. Okay, I see you guys ringing in. Who else we have in here? Okay, let's see. Drop your locations up in here. Okay, Reaford in the building. All right. So, okay, Miss Sharon from Pembroke, North Carolina. I know about Pembroke very well. Nice to see you here this evening. So, without further ado, I have the pleasure and honor of introducing a man that I have a ton of respect for, a man that knows 100% of this information, loves helping people, and is a pleasant and joy to be around. I want to introduce the proud member of the Extradigitmovement himself, AnthonyDay.
Woo! Let's get it.
That's for you on up here.
I don't know who that was yelling, but
Come
I
on
like the
down.
energy.
Yeah, man.
I like
Let's
the
go.
energy. Hey, you guys ready to get this started?
Hey,
Yes,
I'm ready. Listen,
Let's
I got
get it.
somebody in North Carolina. I'm good now.
Hey,
I'm
look,
good
listen.
now.
Listen. Guys, listen.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have you mute your mics real quick, okay? Because I want to make sure that you can hear everything that I'm telling you tonight, because this is gonna be life-changing for you. All right. If you haven't already, make sure you get a notepad, some type of writing utensil. Make sure your kids are locked in the closet, in a different room, and make sure there's no disturbance coming in, okay? You don't want any distractions. So at this time, first of all, look, I'm excited to be here tonight because of 3 reasons. There's 3 reasons why I'm excited, but I'm not gonna jump into that right now. I'm just gonna go right into first thanking my co-host on here, Miss Niet Ridgway. If you would do me a favor and put some clapping emojis down in the chat, or come off mute, give her a, show her some love. Go on there and show her some love. Let me hear you. You gotta mute everybody on mute.
Niet.
Thank you. Hey.
How she do on that introduction?
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes. All right, look, Nia, I want to
Have
personally
me
thank
here.
you. Hey, I want to personally thank you for what you do, okay? Because you do a lot for the organization. You do a lot behind the scenes, and being on here and just co-hosting, you're showing up. And we all know, in order to be successful, you have to do that. You have to show up. So props to you. Again, I thank you very much for what you're doing, okay?
No problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you again. Now, guys, listen, I am not a long-winded individual. I'm not, I promise you. I like to hit the facts, and I like to move down the road. I like to roll out. So I'm going to go over this information with you real quick, and we can collaborate after the Zoom is over with if you have further questions, okay? So I do have a question for you, though. And the question is this. If you got some time on you, meaning you're a little older and you got some age on you, you've heard this before, okay? It takes a village to raise a what?
A child.
To raise a child. That is correct, okay? My question to you is, why do we have to stop there? Why do we have to stop at them becoming an adult and then we're not raising them anymore? I'm just saying. I believe to this day, and still believe, that you have to have a team of like-minded individuals who are wanting the same thing, heading in the same direction in order to be successful in whatever it is you're trying to do. You have to have that support. And that's what I'm talking, we're explaining tonight, that teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Can I get a response?
Indeed.
Right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. All right. So why am I here tonight? I told you I was excited. The first reason why I'm excited is because one of our newest business partners is opening up in Reaford, North Carolina. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Marcus Rouse. What?
Yeah.
Mr. Rouse. Mr. Rouse, go ahead. Are you online, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Would you like to say a few words to the people that you have on the Zoom?
Yes. First, I want to thank the co-host today for tuning in to help us out. I'd like to thank each and everyone that zoomed in. If you don't zoom in, you won't know nothing, right? So I thank each and everyone for coming out, and bless each and every one of y'all.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. All right. So here we go. One of the things that I always get asked about is what is the Extra Digit Movement and what is MwrFinancial? And the best way and the shortest answer that I can give you is this. We are a wealth building community of people with various skill sets, okay? We're talking about people who are stay-at-home mom and dads. We're talking about teachers, lawyers, doctors, retired military, police officers, firefighters, people who own businesses, entrepreneurs. But see, here's the thing, guys. We are not focused on trying to sell you on anything. We don't deal with sales. We don't deal with a lot of hype, a lot of smoke and mirrors. We are dealing with real strategies that the wealthy have used for years in order to move forward and to stay wealthy. Here's the thing. How do you get this information, right? So tonight we're going to go over what this is. If you received the actual 7-minute video from a person who invited you tonight, you heard the term cash, asset, cash flow, okay? And what that is a wealth building strategy that the wealthy use. I'm going to share my screen here with you so you can see what we're talking about. Let me know when you see my screen pop up, okay? Can I get a thumbs up if you can see my screen or verbal?
All right, screen is up.
It's showing.
Screen is showing. Great. All right. So what we're talking about here is cash, asset, cash flow. So the strategy is this: you must buy, build, or grow an asset. Okay. You have to buy, build, or grow an asset. And what that means is you're taking a little bit of extra cash and you're putting it into an asset. Now that can be stocks, real estate, gold, commodities of some sort to bring you additional cash flow. Okay. To bring you additional cash flow, which we deem to be passive. Does that make sense? Okay. I know there's somebody probably out there right now that's probably saying to themselves, and I'm going to say it for you, even though you didn't say it out loud, but that's the problem. That's the issue that we all have. Not everybody has enough extra money to invest in themselves to be able to accomplish this passive cash flow, right? Now, listen, that's not a problem whatsoever. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to introduce you to the individual, and you got a sneak peek of him in the video. This is my mentor, Mr. Brian N. Bean. He is mentor to the millions, as we like to call him. Mr. Brian N. Bean, let me see if the slide will roll over. Mr. Brian N. Bean earned his first $1 million when he was 22 years old. Now, here's the thing. He earned it, but he also lost it within the same time frame, okay? Now, that's not the impressive part about Mr. Bean, though. The impressive part was he got his money back by the time he was 30. So he earned his first $1 million when he was 22, and he got it all back by the time he was 30, all right? He's also noted as the fastest person in the company to generate a I said 3 in my fingers, but a 4-figure per day income. 4-day figure per day income. He's also known as being the fastest person to create the most millionaire residual ring club earners in the company. He's also noted for this quote as well. He wants to help 1,000 people live a legacy and not just leave a legacy.
100,000.
100,000. 100,000 people. So, guys, he is the founder of the Extradigit movement. Now, a lot of people do like to call him the G-Tote, which means he's the greatest trainer of all time. Now, if you want to grow your net worth by an extra digit, okay, you're in the right place at the right time. We have the privilege and the honor of actually being mentored by Mr. Brian N. Bean himself. So let's talk about the second portion of what the Extradigit and MwrFinancial consist of. So MwrFinancial is an ultimate cash flow company, okay? It's a debt-free company, 4.5 years old, home of the Financial Edge membership. The person that you see on the right-hand side is Mr. Brian House at the very bottom. Next to him, you see Andamo Tolson. He is the president for field and leadership development. These two powerhouses work together underneath the MWR. Now, again, Mr. House is the owner, but prior to this company here, he ran 4 multi-million-dollar companies himself. So in the recent years, though, he's decided that he wanted to form a company that would handle primarily all financial issues that people deal with. So he came up with MWR, which is Make Wealth Real. Now, he's put all these different specialties, all these different firms that people focus on specialty with the finances underneath one roof. So you don't have to go in different places to get different services. So all the members, they actually receive an extra edge by allowing the experts and the staff to work with you individually on your finances to improve all the areas of your life. So we're talking about the 3 areas underneath the membership, okay? This is area number 1. We're going to increase your cash flow, create cash flow, and then on the 3rd level, multiply your cash flow. So here's the area where we have to do better as people, okay? We have to make your current income grow. The key to this is you have to figure out what or who is actually stopping you from getting wealthy. And once you figure this out, you have to get your money back from those entities. So what we're talking about here is the option. I'm gonna get the elephant out the room, as people like to say. Well, I hear you talking about all these different specialties and all these different services. So what is all this gonna cost me, okay? It's not $500, it's not $600, it's not $900. It's only $149.97 per month. Now, let me detail what it is, because I have a feeling that I may have lost some of you at this point. which you are receiving with this 149 investment. This is a membership program where the experts come in and personally work on your finances for you. They're going to help you reduce your taxes. They're going to lower your bills. And we're talking about your electric bill, your water bill, your everyday expenses, right? We're talking about eliminating your debt. They're going to put you on a plan to show you how to do that by using that extra money that we were talking about. They're going to raise your credit score. Okay, we have members that are on here tonight that are going to come on and give testimony on how the agency has come in and helped them raise their credit scores. There's a new service that's been added in, which is called the Keys to Home Ownership. Personally, I'm partaking in this program myself. Now, what that means is that, well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to that and explain that in a little more detail, okay? But on the other side of the fence, you're looking at the multiply your cash flow underneath the pink, okay? That's the diversified cash flow, the private reserve, the land banking, the trust my assets, along with manage my trades. That's a different side of the fence that we'll come back and talk about. But for the membership side, for the personal experts, $149 a month. Ms. Ridgeway, will you go over the 3 things that the agency actually will work on?
Well, first, they want to help you get your taxes down, your debt down, and your expenses down, while also helping you to get your income up, your credit score up, and your assets up.
That is correct. So on an average of tax savings per member, the statistics say and show improve between $200 to $600 per month is the total reduction to being over 250 million saved.
Yes. That's amazing. Look, you just said it like it was nothing. That's huge. What you mean?
It is huge. It is huge. And so in regards to the average debt elimination, will you cover that?
Our average debt eliminated per member is 64,000 saved. The number of years reduced is over 37,000. Can you guys fathom that?
Looking at the average per month now, okay, we're talking about $140 saved with a total of bill negotiation. We're talking about 3.5 million saved within that time frame.
I think that deserves a clap.
It does.
Yes.
So on average, guys, what we're talking about is that you're going to be a total member savings of $2,000 per month brought back into the household. So I promised you that I was going to come back and talk about that keys to home ownership. What I like about this program is this here. We're talking about people having issues with owning their own home. If you talk to anybody, if they are renting or whether it's an apartment or a house, they always want to say, I want to own my own home. So what's actually stopping them? Usually the down payment, usually the credit score, okay? And this is where the program steps in. I like the program because they come and they meet you wherever you are financially. They evaluate your finances and they go, you know what? You're going to fall within one of the 4 step ladders that we have. You're either going to fall on the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. And so let's just pick one, for instance, the silver. If I'm a silver qualifier, I now enter into the rent to own. Now, in most cases, if I'm going out to look for a home, I need to find a listing or talk to the realtor and be like, look, I want a house that I can rent to own, and that's the houses I have to look at. In this case here, we're talking about finding a home that you want to live in, qualifying for the home, not qualifying by your credit check, but by the simple fact of the income and your debt that you have. They will then purchase the home if that's the option, and then they will become the bank for you, for which they will put you on the plan to rent to own. I mean, really, where is that at? Where do you see this at? Where you can choose your own home you want to live in and rent and stay there?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. These next people that you see up on the screen here, Ms. Niette, go ahead and explain who they are.
Oh my goodness, these are the Charles and Judith Ivory. I called them the EDM elite. That's why I called them. So right here, as you see where they actually purchased their land for the dream home, paid in full with the income provided by the savings that MwrFinancial has provided for them, which at that time was $10,800 per month minimum. I know it has increased. I know we haven't gone over the bonuses just yet, but that since then, their income has increased with credit scores of 805, 815. Also, you see they're the owners of 2 private reserve accounts and 2 land banking parcels. Living the dream, you guys. Living the dream.
Mhm.
I love it.
There was an interesting fact also about this couple is that Mr. Ivory was actually working for, I believe, on a military base or doing contract work, and he was relieved from his position due to the fact of the pandemic. So when everything straightened out, they called him back up saying, okay, you can come back to work. Mr. Ivory said, oh, I've hooked up with NWR. I'm making more than you were paying me, so I'm good.
He said,
and you're
nope.
fired. He said, you are the weakest link. All right, moving forward. All right, we're talking about now the 3 levels of concentration, okay? Increasing your cash flow, that's falling on the membership side. The create cash flow. This is now when we're talking about generating residual income, generating money while you're doing the program. Now you're looking at an investment of $249.97. Now don't let that scare you because that's not what you're paying per month. Again, the monthly investment is $149, but there's a $100 upgrade in order to receive the other businesses that you see on the side that fall underneath the multiply your cash flow. So with the additional $100 upgrade, you receive the diversified cash flow, the private reserve account, the land banking, the trust my assets, and manage my trade. Now, you're asking, what does all this mean? How do I actually make money with this program? Here you go. So let's talk about our friends, right? We're talking about people who may have come to you at one point or another, and they have complained to you about their finances. And it doesn't matter what they complain about, but they complain about not having enough money, not having too many bills, whatever the case may be. But they came and they were talking to you about it. Okay. Does everybody have somebody like that they know? At least once a week, maybe? Are we all mute still?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what we're saying is this here. You have now a solution right here at your fingertips, right? Now, someone tell me the last time that you went to, oh, we got somebody talking on. Can we meet them out? Okay. Tell me the last time that you went to the mall, to the movie theaters, and then when you walked in and you said, hey, I want this person over here to come watch this movie too, because this was a great movie. When was the last time they sent you a check for that? Waiting.
Never.
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 You
When was the last time you went to the
something.
mall, bought some shoes? Everybody was admiring your shoes. Where'd you get them shoes from? Hey, I got them over here at whatever. Say Payless, right? They go over to Payless, buy the shoes. When's the last time they mailed you a check?
Got my feelings hurt.
Say so.
Yeah, you probably still waiting for it. That was back in 1919, right? All right. Anyway, so this is what I'm saying, guys. You get rewarded for your efforts. So you're helping out a friend, you're helping out a family member or a stranger, it doesn't matter. But when you do that, they pay you a $50 referral bonus per person that you help out, that you refer to the business, right? So they have this concept called the momentum bonus. And what this means is in 30, 60, and 90 days, those are the time frames. If you recommend and you share this program with people and you have 3 people that say, hey, you know what? I like what you're doing. I like how you're structuring this program. I want to do this. I want to be a partner of yours. They come in underneath you, right? So you receive 50, 50, 50. That's $150 on top of the fact that you got 3 people, right? So the 3 people now put you closer to self-funding your business, meaning it pays for it, right? So that 4th person that said, hey, I like what I saw, but I don't know if I want to be in the business part of it, but I just want to utilize the services to get my financial house in order. Cool. All right. You can do that too. Same thing applies. That's called the 3-2-1 concept, a 3-2-1 concept. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break this down for you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You are at the top there. Okay. This is the best structure I can come up with to show you. Under 1, that's the first person that you introduced the program to. They said they loved it. Number 2 goes there. Number 3 goes there. That 4th person is the one that said, I don't want to be in the business. I just want to be a customer and utilize the services. That puts you in the position to earn $150 per month. That means your business is now self-funded. Did I lose you on that? Okay, we'll continue. So person number 1 and person 2 and 3 don't want to be left out the photo here, okay? They want to have a snapshot they can tell people about down the road as well. So we're going to help them also self-fund their business. So when they go around and they start sharing their business with their people, they're going to have 3 folks that show up. 1, 2, 3. On the number 1, you see the 3 count. On number 2, same concept. Number 3, same thing. And they will have 1 outside customer. They are now self-funded. But what does that do for you, right? So that puts you at a total of 12 members or business partners on your team. You may not even know who they are. They may not even live in the same state. That's how far this goes, okay? That will earn you at this particular level $600 per month residually. That's $600 a month per month, $600 a month residually. Here's the kicker. They added a new bonus, and that bonus is you're classified as being an ED2 at this time, okay? That's a total of $300 a week that you could qualify for if people in your team bring in 1 individual. If they share the business and 1 person joins the program and they join up under the team, that's 6 people in that first week. That's $300 bonuses that you will receive that week. And this is every single week. Every single week. The daily pay. So there's a daily pay that you receive as well. As an ED3, down here at the bottom, you will see, let me see if I can roll over here so you can see it on the side. Down here on the bottom, the ED3, you will have, you'll receive the $30 per person. At ED4, it's $40 per person. And ED5 is $50. Goes all the way up to $150. That's National Ambassador. So let's talk about reaching the $1 million residual ring club. As you progress through the program, now guys, again, this is not a get rich program, okay? It's not gonna happen overnight. You will become wealthy if you follow the blueprint. Right. Once you reach 2, regional 2 level, you'll notice in the blue, it says 1440. That's the number of team points that you have. $300 per day is what you'll be generating. That is a total of $9,000 per month, $109,005 annually. This is where it gets good. Vice President, Presidential Director. That's 13.5. That's how many points you have, right? That's 3,000 daily, 90,000 per month. There's your $1,000,095. And I'm not even going to go any further than that because I'll just blow your mind even further with those numbers. So this is how it's tracked. So in your back office, you're going to receive reports, and these reports are going to outline what your bonuses are. So you have 30, 30, 30, and you'll see the people's names are right beside it, okay? Again, you may not even know who they are because they're in different states. The daily guarantee, at this time you see, Mr. Bean was making $1,000 per day. Yeah, I believe now he's at $1,500. Okay, and it goes on and on. So what we're talking about at this point is what kind of notifications do you actually receive now when it comes to your text messaging. So you'll receive notifications saying, in this particular case, the first one to the left, congratulations, you have just earned your executive director daily guarantee. So everyone is starting off at $5. That's $5 a day, okay, $150 per month. As it starts to progress up, you'll see it jumps to $200. Then it jumps to $300. Then we move on to the next level. At level 9, now it's at $500. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about. We've got some folks that are on here tonight that would like to share their personal experience with MwrFinancial and the Extra Digit Movement. And can we go to the gallery and see, you can raise your hand or come on audio and say, I would like to share my testimony.
I would.
Okay. Who was that? Who said I?
Sharon.
All right, Miss Oxendine. Let me get you spotlighted. So Ms. Oxendine, can you just kind of give us a little bit of background? Where are you from?
I'm from Pembroke, North Carolina. I just
Okay.
from 31 and a half years of teaching high school.
Thank you for your service.
But I am excited about MwrFinancial. When I first came in at the end of May, actually, I came in. I uploaded my 2 pay stubs and my W-4 changed And it brought me $448 back into my paycheck every month.
Ooh, that's right. 440.
That was exciting.
That is exciting.
And yes, it is. But, then we got into eliminating debt, and MWR put us on a plan because I have a lot of school loans. So my debt is pretty high. They put us on a plan and it shaved 75 years off of our debt. So we're set to be debt-free in 7 years.
Can we come off mute and give her a round of applause, please, everybody?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
It's phenomenal. And then recently, by taking part in Smart Credit, because they also they help you with your credit score. So Smart Credit sent me a notification that my credit score just increased by 9 points. So
awesome.
I'm excited about that too.
That's right. That's right. 9 points.
9 points.
And what was your beginning score?
674.
674.
And increased by 5 points, and then by 9 points. So it's 688 now.
So you're starting to see that gradual flow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your target goal?
I'm going to make it to the 800 club.
That's right. That's right. That's
Say
right.
so.
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am, for your testimony.
Thank you.
Who else would like to give it a testimony? We got T-Max Network raising their hand. We spotlight T-Max Network.
Hey, what's going on, Anthony? Can you hear me?
Mr. Hayes, the man with the plan. I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So what has the NWR
Yes,
and the Extra Digit have done for you, sir?
Man, listen, before MWR, man, I was overpaying in my taxes by $1,100, right? So once I found out about the membership, first thing that attracted me was the instant pay raise on my job without putting in more hours, without doing any extra shifts or anything like that. They told me that the average individual was overpaying in their taxes. So I wanted to take a look. So as I got my membership and I went from paying higher premiums on my insurance, my credit scores were at a 727, which after MWR membership or since being on the program for the last 2.5 years, they got my credit scores from a 727 to an 802. I was then able to refinance my home, which they brought me $412 back into my household from my old mortgage payment to my new mortgage payment, which that mortgage is set to be paid off in 11 years versus 30, right? So that was the things that really attracted me when I first got on the membership. Now, when it took out of control for me, Anthony, is when they were able to do my bill shredder.
Right.
So when they started lowering my monthly expenses, that changed the game, because now I was able to get not only the $1,100 back into my paycheck when I was working, to the $400 difference in my my mortgage payment.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're lowering my bills and saved me over $298 on my AT&T cell phone bill over 12 months. So all of that money accumulated back. I started a private reserve account, and now my money is working for me instead of me having to work for my money.
That's it. That's it. And what did our man say? If you can't make money in your sleep, you're going to do what? Work until you.
Exactly.
Gonna work until you're dead.
Yeah, that's right, man. So I appreciate y'all for letting me share my testimony.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you.
No problem.
We have Miss Mandy Autry. Can we spotlight Mandy and have her come on up for her testimony?
Hi.
Oh, where'd she go? There she is. How are you doing, ma'am?
Well, how about yourself?
Doing great. Tell us what you do for a living.
I own a cleaning company.
Okay, so you're an entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. So tell us what MWR has done for you.
One of the best things for me is that it saved me a total of $480 on my bills without having to change my services.
Awesome.
And it also gave me a credit raise of 15 points so far.
Let me tell you something. That credit is important, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is very important. Hey, I'm not trying to cut into your testimony, but I'm just kind of giving you a snippet of what happened to me one day. I just wanted to test the theory about the credit score, right? So I walked into a dealership, unnamed dealership. I'm not going to say who it was. All right. So I walked into there and I said, I'm looking at purchasing the vehicle. And the first thing they asked me, well, what's your credit score look like? Right. So they did a little soft check on it and they came back like that. And they were like, whoa. And they were like, pretty much anything you see out here, we can do. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, it makes sense.
Yes. I appreciate you, ma'am.
No problem.
Thank you for your testimony. Do we have somebody else out there that would like to give a testimony? Oh, I saw someone just pop on. Is that Jason Thomas down there? Jason Thomas. Oh, he's still trying to connect, it looks like. Is there someone else that has their hand up? Okay, while he's trying to get in, I'm gonna go ahead and give my own personal testimony. When I started with NWR, well, I should say before I started with NWR, I wasn't a stranger to money. Okay, I knew about money. I just didn't know really how it worked. I knew how to spend it really well. And I was 17 years old. I had my own business. I was making $150,000 a year. My take home was about $4,166.67. That's a 17-year-old going home with that amount of money. So you can understand, I was young and dumb, right? So now that I'm 51, I'm working back toward that status, right? Since I've met Mr. Bean and the NWR Foundation, they have helped me become debt-free. That's right, throw your hands in the air, okay? And on top of that, my credit score now is 830. So that's where I'm sitting at right now. My goal is to be up there with 845. I'm trying to catch a specific person that's in the program. No worries. But that's what they have done for me, and I'm continuing to look for the progression. I have my own private reserve account now, like Mr. Hayes does. So I have my own bank. So the money that I'm putting into this bank is it's growing with interest versus me giving it to someone else. Thank you, everybody.
Say so.
Say so.
Congratulations. I love it.
Congratulations.
I had to come off the mic.
Hey, I appreciate it. I think Mr. Thomas is on now. Mr. Jason Thomas, are you there, sir? Looks like his microphone is not connecting. All right. Well, it doesn't look like sorry, sir, we're gonna have to move on without you, but I do appreciate you logging on. Mr. Jason Thomas is in the program as well, and is doing outstanding. He's got a lot of things going on. I know he's in the military. He's stationed out in Texas right now, and he's making things happen. He is making things happen. Again, sir, I appreciate you and your service. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my overview. And listen, if you're on the Zoom tonight, then you are either one of two people, right? You're either your number one or you're going to be a number two. Like I mentioned, we are here to support the grand opening of Mr. Rouse's business in Reaford, North Carolina. We would like to do the same for you, okay? We would like to come out and support you as well. If you are number one, okay, you're looking at, I want it all. I want the membership. I want the experts working on my finances. And I want to be able to generate the residual income and then be able to generate passive income by using those other accounts that we mentioned, like the diversified fund account, okay? If you're on number two, you're not interested in making any money, but you are still interested in saving some money, okay? And you want the experts to work on your finances and get your financial house in order. So you're on number two. If you're a member, that's $149 a month, or you're on number one as a business partner, that's $249 a month, and that's a $100 upgrade to be able to access all the other services. That's a one-time upgrade fee of $100. Goes to $149 thereafter. So do me a favor. If you've been invited by someone here, make sure you text them if you are a number one or if you're a number two. We'll get back together. We'll talk on the three-way chat if you have further questions. My name is AnthonyDay, again, proud member of the Extradigitmovement, and we are here to change lives. I'm trying to get past your brain and into your heart. Thank you. Have a blessed night.
But still living paycheck to paycheck. And that kind of disturbed me because
I actually followed Dave Ramsey for a whole year. We got out of debt, but getting out of debt doesn't get you more cash coming in, nor does it produce growth. It just gets you at square zero, if you can understand what I'm saying. And so that wasn't enough for me. I have 6 kids. For those, y'all don't know, I have 6 kids. My oldest is 20, my youngest is 7. And so I needed to do something. And there was one scripture, Anthony, that really broke my heart and got me in the right mindset. And I'm a spiritual person. That scripture was, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. I looked at my check, I looked at my account, and I said, I don't have anything. That's a problem. Because I am now 38 years old. At the time I was 36. I said, I don't have anything to leave my kids. And I have 6 of them. That's a problem. So I got with my elder at my church, and he showed me some things. Basically, he showed me that Form W-4 adjustment, and the experts got me back $200. I said, hey, that's $200 I didn't have. That's good cash flow. That got me out of living paycheck to paycheck and gave me just enough cushion to make it to next month with a little extra. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? That little extra means a lot. Right.
That's right.
So that was enough for me to to tell a lot of people. And so I told enough people to where the company started paying me $20 a day, $600 a month. Now I don't do math in public, but I do know simple numbers. 600 plus 200, that's $800. $800 cash flow back into my household that I didn't have. So that allowed me to get out of debt. I had credit card debt, very small, but I had it. And the $800 now provides me enough cash flow to pay for my membership, to pay for the private reserve account, which I'm sure y'all talked about tonight. So now I have an investment outside of the military that's growing at double-digit returns. I can dip in it and use it as I need to and pay back when I want to. And it's not hit over the head with penalties, So now I have a starting point. And now with all the new stuff that the company has pushed out, I now can position myself very well and put this over into my kids so that where they can do the same thing. But getting back to that $800, I told enough people about it. I'm a big person on sharing information and seeing the different testimonies of people in the military and outside of the military, to where I had a 21-year-old on my team, right? She came in, her and her husband got a $400 pay raise, right? They also told some people, and they both were bringing in $600 a month. You do the math on that, and that's $2,000 extra income into a household of a 21-year-old and a 24-year-old. They positioned themselves so well with this company that they not only had bought a house, but had a house built on the golf course. And then she went out and got 9 acres of land to where she can start putting mobile homes on it. I have another business partner. She was owing the IRS every year. She got with this company, and then she ended up getting a $3,000 tax rebate while keeping all her tax dollars every single month. She got a $300 pay raise, which she kept, is what I'm saying, and then still got money at the end of the year. Me last year, I was able to deduct $35,000 of my income. I made $80,000 last year. I deducted $35,000, and then the IRS gave me an additional $25,000 as a standard deduction. Do y'all know I took my money down from paying the IRS, getting taxed at $69,000 to $80,000, all the way down to like $13,000. I only got taxed on $13,000. So literally, I got a refund check, or a rebate, like we like to call it. I paid the IRS nothing throughout the entire year. And guess what, Nia? You know I like to eat, right? So most of my tax deductions, I did $6,000 in food last year. And then I did $10,000 in vehicle expenses. So I had a beater truck, and I was basically putting money into that truck, but the government allowed me through this business to write that off. So all I can say is I'm winning on multiple spectrums, but one of the biggest, most memorable testimony I've had is meeting all of the different people. When we come together, we can do so much more. And so as a community who get their finances together and we talk about this, and Nia has a platform, I know, and Anthony is building something that's even more out of this world than I've seen on most people's platforms, that when you combine all of that we do and you reach more people, we can do more for the community and we change the areas around us. So thank y'all for allowing me to share my testimony. I do apologize for coming in late, but his timing is the best timing, and I'm just happy that y'all stayed on.
It's never late, buddy. It's never
Hey,
late.
hey, look, here's the thing. You know, growing up, my mother said, if you ever learn something that would benefit you and you think it's going to help somebody else, you need to share that information, because everybody in this world is your brother and your sister, not biologically, but yet humanity wise. So if I can share something that's going to bring you up to a new level, I'm going to do it. Now, it's up to you to utilize the information, though. Everybody's like, you know, knowledge is power, but we know it's not if you don't utilize it, if you don't put it to work. So I'm glad for you guys to be a part of this team. And hey, we're going to get together, game changer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The end of this month. Hey,
Say
my
so. Say so.
I'll be there.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Hey, if there's no other questions or anything else we want to say, Mr. Rouse, I'm gonna connect with you in a few minutes, okay? And everybody else, y'all have a good night.
Right.
Mr. Rouse is going to have a continuation of his grand opening come toward the end of the month on the 23rd. So
awesome.
If you guys want to come on back and partake
come on back.
Hey, I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right. I appreciate your service, guys. Thank you. God bless.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.